Hey guys, I am back with another styling video. This time it's a wash and go with a twist. I actually started off by deep conditioning my hair. I use the Briogeo Don't Repair Repair. It is a little bit pricey, but I figured why not? Because I have blonde hair and I've never done a deep conditioning treatment before, and I wanted to do something that wasn't too long. This one only sits in for 10 minutes. And then I followed that up with TGIN Miracle Repair Protective Leave-In Conditioner. And I will say it has coated my hair really nicely. Feels very soft. The Briogeo did not smell good. I did not enjoy how it smelled. But the leave-in conditioner has a very clean scent. And my first impressions is right away, it made my hair curlier. Like, the ringlets are tighter. So I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, everything is much more curly. So I could stop here and be done and do a wash and go like this, but I'm gonna take it a step further. I want the wash and go to last for a couple days, but I also want it to be moisturized. The last time I tried this all on its own, it dried my hair out. So I was like, I don't really like this. But then I've seen other people using it since, and they're recommending just go ahead and use a leave-in underneath. So that's what I'm gonna do, except I'm gonna put one more step in between the leave-in and this product. Hair grease. This is Nature's Blessings. And what I am going to do with this, and this is actually gentle enough, you can use it on your skin too if you want, I'm gonna put a little dab of this in my hair. And then, because if I just leave hair grease that also dries my hair out, I think putting it over the leave-in and under the foam is gonna give me the results I'm looking for. And I may have kind of already tested this out in a tiny small strand. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it does with my whole head. See, I've barely used it, so I'm just gonna take like that much. You rub it between your fingers and it immediately kind of almost turns oily. And then I'm gonna start with the ends and just work that up. You really don't need a lot. And it just melts into the hair really, really nicely. Yeah, I can still feel it on my hands, which means I really do not need to apply any more. Okay, now that the hair grease is applied, time for this one. This also has a very strong, intense honey scent, which is a nice scent, but it's very strong, and I did not love that. So kind of cocktailing it with these other products helps so that the smell isn't as intense. Okay, so I've got the initial round applied. I am gonna put in a little bit more to make sure I've really got everything. We're using the prayer hands method now, just kind of glazing it over. Okay, and then now that that's applied to both sides, I'm gonna pull that back and out of the way because I hate having a middle part. And to help it set in place until it dries, I'm just gonna clip this in place in the back. Okay, that way I'm just not gonna have that harsh middle part line. And I'm gonna let my hair go like this until it dries, and I will come back and update you. But already I'm really liking how this is looking, and I'll be back in a few. Oh, and I forgot to say I'm totally air drying this. It's super humid today, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna let the elements do what they need to do with my hair, and this dress is dark enough that you can't really see the water dripping. So here we are, several hours later. I've been out and back and my hair is fully dry. Here you can see the definition that I've got. It is definitely holding, which is good. And you can see individual curls here that have really defined themselves really, really well. So that's the foam on top of the grease, and it feels a little crunchy. but it's like a soft hold. It's not like a dry crunch, which is what I really don't like. So let's look at the back. As you can see, I've got a lot of movement. It's free, it's flowing, so it didn't dry with a super hard crunch. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like tomorrow morning. I did take that barrette out so that once it was dried in place, I didn't have to keep having it in my hair. And yeah, it looks really good. I have some areas that have a little frizz, but overall, lots of definition without me really trying too much. And I'm hoping that it stays super light and moisturized. It definitely doesn't feel dry the way it did when I used the foam on its own before. So I'll check back in tomorrow and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, so here we are on day 2. All I have to do is give my hair a good little shake. And then just kind of let that drop, and I'll probably do some pinning and stuff and show you what it looks like before I'm ready to go out. But yeah, it held together pretty good. It feels soft. It's not crunchy. The cast did break overnight, but the curls are still super defined. Good evening. As you can see, my hair held up all day. I'm very happy with it. It feels soft, but not crunchy, and soft, but not dry. It just feels really, really good. So I like this combination. I'm actually interested to see what would happen if I put this on instead of the mousse. I used a gel like the Big Papa or something over top of the grease. But yes, there's still a lot of movement. You can see the wind is just taking it. It kind of just fell right here. And then I do have one bobby pin because I pinned a section over onto this side because it's not really a middle part. It's not super harsh, but it is more of a demarcation in the middle. And I just wanted it to be a bit softer. So I did that. But yeah, it feels really, really good. Everything just feels very, very soft still. Looking at my ends, I'm not seeing knots right now, so that is awesome. And I'll let you know how it goes when I see y'all tomorrow. Quick update, this is day 3 hair. I had it in a bun because I was gardening and exercising and all that good stuff. But I wanted to restyle it before going out without actually re-wetting it. And I did not want to wear it in a full wash and go because I was getting a little bit bored of that. So I decided that I wanted to style the front because, as I've mentioned multiple times at this point, I did cut myself bangs a while back. Thankfully, it was easy enough for me to find the part line. Parting my hair to begin with is very difficult, but once that line is in there, it's in there pretty good. So it wasn't too difficult for me to just kind of part out with my fingers that front section, and it's almost too long to make a bang at this point, but you know, being curly, it was able to shrink up and do what I wanted it to do. So once I had that sectioned off, I just went ahead and threw the rest of it back in the bun. I didn't want to just do a normal bun because I thought it would have been boring, so that's why I added the front bangs here. I will say my hair still felt very soft, maybe starting to feel a tad bit dry, but definitely not crunchy, and I definitely still have definition. So I decided to go with this kind of swept forward side bang idea, and obviously it's going to fall down and flop all over the place and look crazy if I just let it go. So bobby pins to the rescue. I've done this style a couple times before in different ways, and yeah, I'm really amazed at how quickly this is dropping and growing out, and I'm very tempted to cut it again, but I promised myself I would only cut myself bangs once a year, so I'm just trying to hold off on that until the end of the year. But yeah, once I had this bang in place, I was done with the style, ready to go, and all I needed to do was throw on some earrings, and
the whole look came together really, really nicely, and it was perfect for this weather because it was almost 100 degrees today, just insanely hot, and I just needed a style that could keep my hair up and out of the way and still look cute at the same time. This is the final update on this wash and go. As you can see, plans changed. I was originally gonna wash this out today, and then yesterday, my mom said she wanted to go to the Barbie movie. So of course I had to dress up, and I thought, what's more iconic than having Barbie with a big pink head of curls? So that's what I did, and I will throw in some photos here so you can see what it looks like in better lighting, as well as a link to the video where you can see me actually putting this look together. That is me with this wash and go. It feels super dry, of course, because of the spray that I used, but I am really pleased with how it turned out. Even with this in, it's still got a lot of life, which is pretty surprising given how this started to get a little stiff. But I definitely have to wash this out. I can't sleep with it overnight. And I really, 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 you see pink nails and everything, really need to make sure that I get this rehydrated here. So that is the end of this wash and go. I'll see you soon for another hair video.